What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of New Parents in Training. So on the previous episodes, I have talked about disposable diapers and we did a absorbency test of it. And we also have talked about the reusable cloth diapers. If you haven't seen those episodes, I'll link it up top so you can go check them out. Now on today's episode, I want to talk about the difference between the disposable diaper and the reusable diaper. And at the end of the video, I will share with you what we actually do or what we use for our baby. So before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. All right, let's get started. So number one, price. For disposable diaper, well, our current favorite one is the Huggy Little Mover. If you haven't seen our absorbency test, this thing can really make the diaper really dry when you pour liquid in there. And at the time of filming in Amazon, the average price is around like 27 cents per diaper. That's the cheapest I can find at the time of filming. Now for the cloth diaper, we really like the Bump Genius. And for this one, in their website, it's running about like $21, $22 per. But if you decide to buy in packs, the price obviously would lower. So we did a count for our baby. On the average, right now he's almost a year old. On average, every day he used about 5 diapers. So if you think about it, the initial cost for disposable is really cheap per diaper. But then after use, you throw away. For cloth diaper, initial cost is high, but then as the name implies, you can reuse it by washing. So for disposable diaper, each one of them is 27 cents. Multiplied by 5, that's $1.35 per day. And for the entire year, that number will come out to be a little bit over $492. That's for the disposable diaper. Now for the cloth diaper, initial cost is high, like I mentioned before. So if you're going to a Bump Genius website and you want to buy, the in bulk will be like 24 pack and then a 12 pack. So that come out to be 36 pack. So that actually works out really well for us. So for 36 cloth diapers, the number run out to be a little bit less than $700. So that essentially is all we need to buy. For the initial cost of just under $700, that we can use for a really long time because it's reusable. But for disposable diaper, as I mentioned before, then every year is roughly about $500 for the entire year of disposable diapers. So you can imagine the price difference as time goes by. Then cloth diaper is obviously to be more cost effective. Now, extremely so if you're planning on having more than one kid, because the next kid can reuse the cloth diaper before as well. And that's one of the really great thing about the cloth diaper, because the more that you use it, the less it will actually cost. Now, one of the things I always see people talk about cloth diaper, how the end price gonna come up to be roughly the same with the disposable one, is because they also factor in the laundry, the frequency of laundry as well. Now for us, we don't wash on a daily basis. Now we put this into a wet bag, and then that bag itself is sealed, so then that way the smell will not come out. And if there's any poop on top of the diaper, we will wash it off, make sure the diaper is semi-clean, and we just leave it alone until the laundry day. So for us, we have to do laundry anyway. Essentially, we have to pay those electricity bills and the water, sewage anyway. So to us, there's no extra cost involved with cloth diapers. All right, number 2, convenience. For the disposable diaper, it's super convenient. I mean, you just put around the waist of the baby and Velcro, and that's it. There you go. Once you take it off, you just throw it in the trash can, and that will be the end of it. But for cloth diaper, it's different story. Depending on which one you get, you might have to spend time to prep for the diaper. Now, for instance, for the disposable one, there's really just one type because it's wrapped around the waist. But for the cloth diaper, there are at least 3 kinds I know of. One is use inserts. So this diaper use inserts. And then we have the all-in-one, which the insert is actually attached to the diaper itself like this. this actually a little bit more convenient because everything is actually attached, so a little bit quicker than all the other cloth diapers we've been using. And the third kind that I have seen is the hybrid. Now the hybrid one is they still use the inserts, but you can attach the inserts to the diaper. So it kind of have the little bit best of the both world, so to speak, between the regular insert diaper and all-in-one diaper. All right, another thing about the convenience part is that for disposable, as you can see, it's quite thin. So you can, if you want to go outside, you can pack a whole lot of disposable diapers versus, look at this thing, this is really bulky. So like 3 or 4 of the disposable one will come out to be like the thickness of the cloth diaper. So for cloth diaper, you cannot really just pack a bunch for a day trip, so to speak. Another thing to take in mind is that if you send your kid to daycare, they might not even take cloth diaper. So for convenience, the disposable diaper is definitely the way to go. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the environmental impact. So for disposable diaper, it only came out in the 1940s and early 1950s. So it's not been around for that long. For the majority of part of human society, we've been using something along the line with cloth. Now, because the disposable diaper has a bunch of man-made stuff and chemical and whatnot in there, scientists estimate that it will take about 500 years to fully decompose disposable diaper. So it will take a long time for it to remain in the landfill and for the nature to take its course. But as far as for the cloth diaper goes, because you can reuse it, then that means there will be less of landfill to be worried about in terms of diapers. So the cloth diaper is very environmentally friendly. All right, so the next one I want to talk about is absorbency. Disposable diaper is extremely efficient in terms of absorbing liquids, especially this little mover by Huggies. So when the water goes in and the diaper gets really, really dry, so it's really good for a baby to sleep through the night because the baby will not feel the wetness around the butt area. So the absorbency for a cloth diaper works very differently. It's the amount of water or liquid it can hold instead of how dry it is. So the thicker the fabric, the more liquid it can hold, but that means the diaper itself can be still wet inside. In that regard, the disposable diaper, if something that you want your baby's skin to be dry, to have less to worry about through the night, if your baby pees a lot, then disposable diaper is the way to go. Because the cloth diaper, it just depending on what kind of material or what kind of diaper you get, then the absorbency rate is very different. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is the comfort. Now, granted, I never tried any of these diapers on myself, so I can't really tell. But as far as for the baby, the cloth diaper is much thicker. And for our baby, when he falls, he like to sit on his butt. So the more cushion that he gets, the better off he will be for his bottom, right? But for the disposable diaper is completely different. It just, whatever he had on, it's just very thin sheet of fabric. So it doesn't really help him a lot if he fall on his butt. Now, another thing is about the comfort is that, like I mentioned before, the cloth diaper is very thick. Let's say if you want your baby to wear something that's kind of tight, or you don't have anything that's loose for him to wear, then this might not be something that you can actually use because the fact that it might not be able to put the pants back on once you have the cloth diaper. But as far as for the disposable diaper, you can just let your baby wear whatever they want for their bottom. And also, as I mentioned earlier about the absorbency rate, disposable diaper, because it can absorb and it dries up the diaper, so it must feel much comfortable for the baby because their butt is dry. But as far as for the cloth diaper, you kind of have to change it regularly because it holds in all the urines inside, so it makes the diaper wet. It might not be that comfortable for a baby if they're wearing something wet all the time. So that's for the comfort. So those were the biggest difference between the two diapers. Now, whichever one that you want to use is really up to the personal preference. Now, for us, I want to share with you guys like how we use it at home. Well, we want to help out with the environment, but at the same time, ever since the baby was born, I'm having a hard time to take care of the baby's poop. So for me, it's extremely difficult sometimes to use the cloth diaper, and if the baby poop, I have a really hard time to clean the poop off. So yeah, I gag every time I see poop, the baby poop. And right now, baby get older and it just gets smellier and smellier. Now for the disposable diaper, it's very convenient, right? So usually what we do is, since we know the baby's habit, he usually poop in the morning. So we have the disposable diaper for his nighttime sleeping use and also during the morning. So as soon as he poop, then we switch to the cloth diaper. So for me personally, I know that I'm contributing to helping the environment by using less of disposable diaper. At the same time, I kind of want to have the benefit of both worlds. One is efficiency and convenience. The other one is just saving the environment and also cost-wise. So as far as for the disposable diaper, we have a box of 80 plus diapers that we've been using on and off for almost 2 months now. But majority of the time we use the cloth diaper. We have about 35 of this that we can go through in a week. And yeah, I see the cost benefit of having cloth diapers, because if we decide to have more kids down the road, we don't have to spend more money on diapers because we already have the initial investment on the cloth diapers. And another thing that I have seen some people would do is, once they know they're not going to have any more kids and they have cloth diaper, they can actually sell the cloth diaper they have. There are people out there that would buy secondhand cloth diaper because it's much cheaper, right? But you cannot do that with the disposable diaper. That's just no go. But anyway, that's just our personal preference. We use the combination of the two, but majority of the time it's the cloth diaper. Anyway, comment down below. I want to see how you guys do it. Do you go strictly to disposable diaper or strictly cloth diaper, or the combination of the two? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye.